since then and have won their last 5. Tournament. They're making their 3rd consecutive tournament appearance after missing twice in a row in 2010 and 2011. Last year, a tough loss here to St. Lawrence in the semifinals, 12-11. In 2012, they beat RIT on this field, 14-10, and then lost to RPI, the host team, 16-7 in the finals. The winner of today's game will take on the host RPI Engineers. RPI trailed Vassar, the 4 seed, 3-2 at the half. They didn't take the lead until 26.5 minutes to play, but they dominated from there on out, and they won it by a score of 11-7. RPI going for the three-peat. They've won the title the last 2 years in a row after taking it away, not really taking it away from Hamilton because Hamilton left the league. Hamilton had won it 5 straight times. RPI goes for the three-peat against the winner of this game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. If the Herons are here, we'll have it for you on 105.7 WHWS. And, of course, right after this game, I'll be speeding off to Philadelphia for the Hobart Statesman NEC Championship game. They'll take on Bryant College tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. That game on sister station 89.5 WEOS. A big day for Hannah Connolly. She's had several this year. 7 goals as the Herons won 14-9 over Union last Saturday night at Boswell Field. With that win, they claimed the 2nd seed in the tournament. First half went back and forth. Neither team could open up a lead of more than 2. William Smith leaned heavily on Connolly on the offensive end in the first half. She scored the same number of goals as the Dutch did through the first 30 minutes, 6 times to match 6 for Union. Thanks to single goals from Katie Byrne and from sophomore Geneva Calder, the Herons were up 8-6 going into the half. In the second half, Union pulled within 1 on Jackie Hagopian's goal 37 minutes into the match. First-year attacker Alexandra Bird restored the home team's 2-goal lead 28 seconds later. That was big, and from there on, they were able to hold off the Dutch and get the victory. For William Smith, they got 3 assists from Meg Hannon, a pair of goals from Bird, a goal and an assist from Katie Sipple. 7 different Herons scored. Geneva Calder also a game-high 5 ground balls. We've talked about what a well-rounded player she is. In addition to being one of the best goal scorers for the Herons, she's also good at taking the ball away, good at ground balls. The Herons held the upper hand in shots, 29-22. They had 16 draw controls to 9. That's been big because the Herons really have not been strong in the draw circle, and really their chances of advancing in this tournament and having a shot tomorrow at RPI if they win, a lot is going to ride on how they do in the draw circle. That has not been a strong point this year for the Herons. Union 9-6 overall, 7-2 in the Liberty League under 4th-year head coach Abigail Jackson. She came over from Roger Williams, previously coached at Plymouth State. She played 3 different sports at Williams College in Western Massachusetts. Last year, just 7-7, 5-4 in the league, missing the tournament. They come in number 1 in the league in offense. They score 12.5 goals a game. The Herons are number 4 defensively at 9.7. Their first-year goalie, Sarah Honan, has really come on. The defense has played well in front of her. So I think that's the matchup to watch in this game is the scoring power of Union, and can the Herons handle it defensively as they did last Saturday night in that 14-9 win. Draw controls, Union is 3rd in the league. They're 8th in ground balls, 2nd in shots. They're 5th in shot accuracy. They're 3rd in fewest turnovers in the league. The Herons have the most turnovers. There's another area to watch in this tournament. The Herons have to take care of the ball. We're at 58 degrees. We have had no rain this afternoon. It's been a mix of clouds and blue sky. Right now the blue sky is starting to win out a little bit. That might be a good sign for this game. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at this matchup and check other Hobart and William Smith athletics this weekend as we get set for the Liberty League semifinals here at RPI, the number 2 seed Herons and the 3rd seeded Dutch. Back with more in 2 minutes on 105.7 WHWS. Some of the best looking weather we've had so far today, if it holds up. We've been kind of in and out of the clouds all day long. The Herons warming up down to the right. They'll wear the white uniforms with the green as the higher seed. The Dutch will be in the road maroons with the light gray numbers, and we're just over 2 minutes to the opening draw here. The Herons winning last week 14-9, trying to deny a three-peat for the host team. RPI is in the finals, 11-7 win over Vassar. It was a tough match for them. They trailed 3-2 at the half. They took their first lead about 3.5 minutes into the second half, but then were able to pull away and then kill off about the last 4 or 5 minutes with good possession. A very strong RPI team. We were here not too long ago when the Herons played RPI and lost to them by a score of 8-6, a very well-played game, and they'd like another shot at them coming up tomorrow. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups and the opening draw for the second of our Liberty League semifinals. It's the Herons and the Dutch, and we're back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Herons Lacrosse on 105.7 WHWS. With the Herons in the semifinals of the Liberty League tournament here this afternoon, and then the Hobart Statesmen in the championship game in the NEC tournament on Hawk Hill in Philadelphia. They knocked off number 1 seed St. Joe's yesterday in dramatic fashion in double overtime, 10-9. They'll take on the number 2 seeded Bryant Bulldogs tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. You'll hear that game on 89.5 WEOS. It's kind of a blustery, windy day here, but it's hard to gauge direction because there's no flag at the field to tell you, but it's kind of swirling all over the place, and we're at 58 degrees. About 50-50 between sunshine and clouds right now. And coming up in just a moment, we'll get our starting lineups and get this second semifinal underway a little bit later than scheduled. The first game ran over, as those tend to do. But the host team RPI has punched its ticket to the finals with an 11-7 win over 4th-seeded Vassar. Vassar gave them a really tough time. The Herons have got to win some draws here today. They have got to hang on to the ball, and they've got to defend against the best scoring offense in the league in Union at 12.5 goals per game. They finished just one game behind the Herons. The Herons claimed the number 2 spot. Didn't really matter. They were going to play here one way or another. So it really wasn't a meaningful game in terms of the standings, really. What was meaningful is it sent the message that the Herons can handle the Dutch and want to do it here again this afternoon and advance. We're across the way from the benches here, right almost dead center at midfield in the press box at Lower Renwick Field. It's a field turf surface. The Herons have the bench over to the right in the home whites with the green, and the Dutch have the maroon.
Renwick Field at the campus of RPI for today's second Liberty League semifinal between the number 2 William Smith Herons and the number 3 Union Dutch women. Today's starters, starting with Union, number 3, Jessica Farland. Number 4, Jackie Hagopian. Number 5, Sierra Dudek. Number 6, Maggie Comiskey. Number 11, Paige Smith. Number 13, Emily McGrail. Number 14, Allie Feldman. Number 18, Haley Gould. Number 19, Madison Karen. Number 25, Michaela DeSimone. Number 27, Natalie Sullivan. And in goal, number 42, Jen Hughes. Union is coached by Abigail Jackson, assisted by Nicole Flores. And now your starters for the William Smith Herons. Number 2, Meg Hannon. Number 4, Emmy Stratton. Number 7, Geneva Calder. Number 8, Kate Byrne. Number 10, Kat Gorman. Number 14, Rachel Hughes. Number 17, Hannah Connolly. Number 19, Jackie Rogers. Number 20, Michaela Eady. Number 21, Allie Flaherty. Number 22, Kate Sipple. And in goal for the Herons, number 50, Sarah Honan. William Smith is coached by Bridie Doherty. She is assisted by Morgan Achilles, Rebecca Lamson, and Katie Dexter. There will be no national anthem for this game. Good luck, ladies.
So we are ready to place the ball here in just a couple of minutes and get this second Liberty League semifinal underway. We want to welcome the viewers watching the game on RPI TV this afternoon who are taking our audio for the broadcast. So heads up and thanks to the guys at RPI TV for putting us on here this afternoon. As we get set to go, the Herons in their third consecutive Liberty League tournament, and all of their last 3 tournament appearances have been on this field. Last year they lost to St. Lawrence here in a very tough game, 12-11 in the semifinals. The previous year in 2012, the tournament was also here. They beat RIT in the first round, 14-10, and they lost to the Engineers 16-7. That was the first of the Engineers' back-to-back titles. They'll look to make it a three-peat tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. You can hear the wind kind of swirling around a bit as the teams go through their last-second instructions. So for the Herons, win some draws, protect the ball. They've turned it over more than any other team in the league. They probably need a big game out of Hannah Connolly, and that bill has been filled many times this year. And they'll have to make some defensive plays. You know that the Dutch are going to be raring to get back after that 5-goal loss last weekend. And it just seems to me, whatever the sport, whether it's Hobart or William Smith, Union is just always a big rivalry game. And here it is in the Liberty League semifinals as we are almost set to go. The Dutch break the huddle first and head out onto the field. 7-2 in the league, the number 3 seed. The Herons 8-1, the number 2 seed. After that poor start, they started the season 0-5, lost to a winless Babson team in the second game of the Florida trip, 18-11, and then came back home and went 8-2 down the stretch. Their only losses since the Florida trip, the 2-goal loss here to RPI, the team they could face tomorrow, 8-6, and then a 3-goal loss against a very good Ithaca team out of the Empire 8. The Herons break the huddle and gather around now and are almost set to go. Bridie Doherty in her second season, named the interim head coach in June of 2012, an 18-13 career mark as we get set for this second Liberty League semifinal here at RPI. And considering all the rain that's been swirling around this week, we've been pretty fortunate. It hasn't rained since I've been here. I was here for the first game this afternoon, and right now we've got as much blue sky as we've seen all day. It'll be Emmy Stratton in the draw circle for the Herons to get things started. She is standing right hip to hip with her Union opponent, and that is co-captain Haley Gould. And we are set for the second Liberty League Lacrosse Tournament semifinal. Referee checks the scoreboard, checks the nets, has the ball. Down to the right, Sarah Honan, the first-year goalie. To the left, another first-year, Jen Hughes for Union. Battle of freshman goalkeepers, and here we go. Draws, I think, are going to be really big in this game this afternoon. as a jet makes its approach to Albany International. Overhead, referee backs away, and the flip is to the left-hand wing. Jumping for Geneva Calder, loose, trying to play it as Emmy Stratton. Scrambled for, we get whistle, and a foul on the draw, and the first one will go over to the Union College Dutch. So they'll get it on a foul, and we'll start just short of midfield. And here we go. The pass on the right-hand wing, and hustling down the wing is Emily McGrail. They better keep her marked all day long. 52 goals this season. It's Maggie Comiskey on the right-hand side. Fakes toward the goal and works it in behind left. And here are the Dutch setting up. On the goal line left is Sierra Dudek, junior attacker. Flips it out front left now for Jessica Farland. Farland starts to cut to the goal, had a decent angle. Feeds the ball right now to Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan in front, lefty shot, missed wide right. And the Dutch have the backup, just missed the right goalpost as Honan slid to her left to try to make the play. And on the restart in behind is Comiskey. Flips it out front now to Jackie Hagopian. Pass is dropped at the feet of Jessica Farland, picks it back up at 18, dishes left-hand side, trying to cut to the goal, and nowhere to go is McGrail. They have Kat Gorman on her, the 50-plus goal scorer. On the goal line left now, it's Comiskey. Goal line right for Farland, and back out on the right-hand wing now. Maggie Comiskey fakes, goes middle with a lefty carry. Ball's knocked away. She kicked it. It went off her foot, picked up by a teammate out front. That's McGrail. McGrail will send it down on the goal line left. They wanted to give and go. McGrail covered and couldn't play it. And back out on the left-hand wing now. Starting to cut to the goal and dishing away was the Union attacker. That was Michaela DeSimone. Back out front now. And nowhere to go. Doubling back is Comiskey. Picks up a double team. She goes left-right a couple of times, and applause. You can hear a lot of William Smith fans, lots of white and green down below in the bleachers. Natalie Sullivan delivers in behind the net, and the pass out on the left-hand wing now, and Sierra Dudek will swing it all the way back out top, and they'll reset with McGrail. Every time McGrail gets within 20 yards of the goal, she draws some defenders. Comiskey with it now on the right-hand side, swings to McGrail left on the outer arc, holds the ball in between, now goes to the middle with a right-hand carry, doubles back left, doubles back right. Good defense. Oh, boy, they had her defended. Rachel Hughes came over to help Gorman, and she had nowhere to go, and that's the William Smith fans applauding that down below. Back on the right-hand side now is Comiskey. Just outside the outer arc, nowhere to go with Hughes in her face. Long possession, but nothing to show but one missed shot for the Dutch. Back left, here's McGrail going to try it again at 18. McGrail will come to the 12-meter circle. McGrail fakes left, spin move middle, defense all over her, double teamed and knocked down, and we're going to get a foul, and the Herons fans don't care for that. Well, it looked to me like she kind of created that on her own by leaning into the defender. But they are going to give the ball to Emily McGrail. She is 10 out of 21 on free positions. This one from dead center. The Herons have a couple of defenders nearby, but McGrail's got a pretty good angle from right out in front. First free position of the game. Charges, shoots, it's deflected, and goes wide. So the Herons continue to play good defense here, but they have been on defense now for over 3 minutes to begin this game. And then we have whistle back away from the ball. Equipment adjustment here for Emily McGrail. 26-55, first half, scoreless game. The Herons have yet to have the ball. But they played very good D on this first Dutch possession. In behind is Natalie Sullivan to the goal line right with the left-hand carry. Feeds out on the right wing for Dudek. Beyond the arc, will swing the ball left now to Comiskey. Comiskey will trade spots with Sullivan and runs in behind. Stops in the back line of the crease. Doubles out in front, dunk shot, and save Honan right at her feet. She made her first stop of the game, hustles back out, and delivers to the far side. And the Herons will clear. This sounds like a home game at the Boz with this fan group right below us. It gets away from Geneva Calder, though. Turnover, stolen back by Comiskey. She'll run inside the restraining line. Pass to defender to the right-hand side. Comiskey is slowed up. Good body by Rachel Hughes to body her up and cause the stop. But then a foul's going to be called on the second defender over Jackie Rogers. And here's a free position from the right for Dudek, and she's been deadly. She's 8 of 11 this season. Angle to the right of center with the right-hand carry. Charges, goes low, and scores. She picked her spot. Sierra Dudek, free position goal, and the Dutch go on the board first by a score of 1-0. With 26:15 to go in the first, they connect on their second free possession. The Herons have barely had the ball. They had it for about 2 seconds trying to clear, and couldn't do it. For Dudek, that is her 27th goal of the season on the free position shot. But the Herons played pretty good defense on that first possession. But if the Dutch are going to hold it this long, they're going to have to be very good at winning some draws. They lost the first one on a foul. It'll be Emmy Stratton again and Haley Gould. 1-0 Union, 26:15 to go in the first half here at RPI. Winner plays the host Engineers tomorrow at 1. Stratton, a sophomore out of Winchester, Mass. 13 goals to go with her play in the draw circle. We've seen a lot of different players come in relief in that draw circle. Bounces over the first wing group and picked up again by the Dutch. This one scooped up by Michaela DeSimone, and she'll be fouled as she gets across midfield. No, they're going to call the foul on the Dutch. And the Herons get the ball for the first time today of any consequence. They had it for a couple of seconds and turned it over. Here's Rachel Hughes running across midfield, down the right-hand side, inside the restraining line, and the Herons can try to tie. Pass in the middle, Kate Byrne spins to the left at the 12-meter arc, dishes down into the left-hand corner for Katie Sipple. Back out top, Hannon now. She'll swing the ball middle to Geneva Calder. A lot of the offense goes through Calder, running to the middle of Stratton. Down Broadway, shot and a save. About a shoulder-high shot, and Jen Hughes, the first year, made the save. Makes it a nice alert clearing pass to Paige Smith for Union. Smith runs across midfield with a head of steam. Smith chased from behind by Sipple. Inside the restraining line, circles right, does her job, and feeds Jackie Hagopian, who sets up on the right-hand side of the arc. 1-0 Dutch. It's Maggie Comiskey running right to left in behind the cage. She'll set it over on the left-hand side now, and holding it there is Sierra Dudek. Again, the 52-goal scorer is Emily McGrail. She's the one to watch. Pass in the middle for Sullivan. Sullivan goes to the top. Dishes right now for Jackie Hagopian. She'll draw a double team. The Herons have slid and covered well so far. Pass in the right, drop, scooped up on a hop by Maggie Comiskey. Field turf field here. On the left-hand side, it's Dudek. Dudek defended in behind by Allie Flaherty. They'll work it around the wing. And back out on the left-hand side now. Cutting in behind the goal, left to right is McGrail. And she's going to quarterback from in behind. Curls to the right goalpost, doubles back left, has Hughes defending her, draws a double team, dishes left-hand side now, so they've defended her well. They're going to really try to take her out of the game. Curling in front, shot and save off of Comiskey, and the Herons have the backup. Sarah Honan jumped in and grabbed the backup, and the Herons will take it. With 24.5 to play in the first, trailing 1-0, gets a hard ride, runs for the safety of the crease. Actually stays out of the crease and delivers up the right-hand side, and it's grabbed by Stratton. Stratton pass middle now to Hughes. Good clear Herons in the sunshine. Hughes runs across midfield inside the restraining line down the left-hand side of the field and dishes the pass now to Meg Hannon. Swings at goal line left to Sipple. Sipple will work way back out front now to Rachel Hughes, and the Herons look for the tying goal. Pass in the middle to Calder. Geneva Calder goes right to Stratton. Lefty carry coming middle. Stratton at 18. Stops, doubles back with the right-hand carry. Cutters are all covered in front. Pass to Geneva Calder now. She'll go down the right-hand wing. Doubles back, lefty carry. Switches back right. Calder to the goal. She has her stick hit as she shot it. Picks it up herself in behind. She almost dropped her stick. It was hit from behind, but she ran in behind the net and picked it back up. Rachel Hughes, left-hand side. She'll charge middle. Hughes doesn't take a lot of shots. Will Heron scores! Rachel Hughes, her 8th goal of the year to tie the game. Mostly a defensive player, but she jumped into the offense at just the right time and ties it up. Goal number 8 with 23:32 left to play in the first, and we're all even here at 1 apiece. It started with Honan jumping into the backup and winning the backup in the defensive end. Draws are 2-0 in favor of Union. Just over 23.5 here in the first half, and the Herons have tied it up 1-1. They won 14-9 at home last Saturday against Union. Same two in the draw circle, Stratton and Haley Gould. The first one on a foul to Union. The second, Gould flipped it back on the wing. Gould's trying to rip it to the left-hand side. Calder's the wing player for Geneva on that left-hand side. And there goes that flip to the left and to the near side. Jump ball, knocked around, scrambled for by the Herons. Overrunning is Byrne, foul. And this one to the Herons. So Byrne gets the draw control and has possession now and a chance for William Smith to take their first lead. Byrne defended strongly. She comes down the alley. In her face is Allie Feldman. Runs hard to 18. Stops in the middle. She almost had a chance to go to the goal. Now triple team runs out of it. Senses the pressure and feels Calder out near the restraining line. Pass on the left-hand side. Here's Hughes again. Right down Broadway. Fake. She started to go outside and then curled to the middle. Flips the underhand pass now for Emmy Stratton. Stratton will double back with a right-hand carry. Sends it on the right now to Calder. Calder works off a pick down the right-hand side. Defended well. Doubles back. You hear the wind picking up a bit here at Redwick Field. Stratton in the middle. Running left at 12 meters. Feeds it on the left-hand side now to Hannon delivers in behind to Sipple. Sipple curls around the left-hand goalpost, defended, nowhere to shoot. Bouncing ball comes loose. It is scrambled for by Union, and they're going to pick it up. Turnover Herons. They had the most turnovers in the league. They have to avoid that. Here's Paige Smith again on the clear for the Dutch. Across midfield, chased again by Sipple from behind. Across the restraining line, dishes right for Jackie Hagopian. Hagopian path to the goal, moving middle, left-hand carry, high pass in behind Emily McGrail, and that's going to sail to the far side and go out of bounds. So the Dutch will turn it back over, or will they? There's a foul called, and it will be Herons' ball. Allie Flaherty, the first-year middie from South Burlington, Vermont, with the clearing pass up the wing to Hughes, who has the Herons' goal. Pass over the top now. Calder comes back to the ball, running right-hand side through 3 or 4 Dutch defenders, now doubles back, gets the double team, has to get through it. One-hand carry on the stick, a little dangerous, but she hung on and got through and does the job. Now she's going to look to get rid of it under some pressure. Does down in the right-hand corner, and a spin move now, Kate Byrne. Byrne cuts in front, lefty carry, doesn't have the angle, thought about it, instead dishes, middle to Stratton. Stratton doubles back right, the Dutch defending the front of the goal well. Now on the right-hand side, Geneva Calder. 21.5 in the first, tied at 1-1, Liberty League semifinal. Out top, Emmy Stratton inside the restraining line. Dishes left, running middle now, Hughes. Right down Broadway, open as Hughes shoots, and a great save made by Jen Hughes. Hughes off Hughes that time. Wow, the defense really parted for Rachel Hughes, and then Jen Hughes made a fantastic stop. Now we have foul and airplane. The crowd mic picking that one up. I got the binoculars. It looks like, I think it's United. Free position coming up here for the Dutch, or for the Herons, I should say, from an angle to the right of center. It is going to be Rachel Hughes. She's 1 out of 6 this year. She's going to pass out of it. Didn't have a real good angle to Calder. Probably a good decision there. Backs beyond the arc and swings the ball left-hand side now. And running middle is Kate Byrne. Byrne will feed cutting left to Stratton. A lot of a weave offense here. To Sipple in front. Quick shot over the top of the goalpost. Herons weaving the offense back and forth out in front. Then Sipple came off the right goalpost, turned quickly and fired, and shot it over the crossbar. And the Herons reload. Geneva Calder on the left-hand wing. She'll work outside the arc. Little underhand flip drop. Picked back up by Stratton. Dangerous flip. Stratton goes to the middle and resets the offense. Starting to attack is Byrne. Dishes high left to Meg Hannon. Makes the catch reaching up. Hannon along the left-hand side of the arc. Flips it back out in the middle for Geneva Calder. 21 goals, 25 points. High pass in the right-hand side. Working from right to left in behind for the Herons. And curling out front is Kate Byrne. Byrne in behind the net to Sipple. She's their quarterback from behind. Dishes out front left to Byrne. 1-1 game, 20 minutes and change in the first. Right-hand side, Stratton. Stratton right in front, Sipple. Turns her. Connolly turns and scores. Connolly took the pass. Oh, they're going to wave it off. They wave off the goal. And what's the call? The official on the far side comes over, waves off the goal, and says a dangerous shot. And they're going to give Union the ball. And Connolly's getting a yellow card on that shot. Wow. Not only is it no goal, it's yellow card on the Herons' best scorer, Hannah Connolly. With 20:06 to go here in the first half in a 1-1 game. She took the pass, turned, and rifled it home, and the official over on the right-hand side came running in with the emphatic wave-off, and the Dutch will have the ball here and attempt to clear. It is Paige Smith, who's done a great job clearing twice already for Union. And she'll make the quick pass up the field, doubling back to grab it, Jackie Hagopian. Hagopian across midfield, too high. It bounces away from Comiskey, rolling to the defensive end. It's going to be an easy pickup for Kat Gorman. Herons get the takeaway. Gorman flips in the goal now to the first-year Honan. Sarah Honan will make the pass up the middle, right in front of her goal to Jackie Rogers, a first year from the Capital District from Slingerlands. Across midfield now it's Kate Byrne. Byrne has it stripped away. Clean stick check, Hagopian. And they've got some numbers. Pass on the right-hand side, Comiskey. They have a 3-on-2. Comiskey comes inside the line, charges to the arc, fakes, feeds left. Quick shot. Save Honan! What a great stop off the shot by Comiskey. And the clearing pass now out to Rachel Hughes. Oh, that was a terrific stop. Long lead ahead for Geneva Calder. Calder has it stripped out of her stick. Bouncing loose, she'll chase, rake at it, hit it again, bouncing loose, far side, and she'll come up with it. Guarded by Paige. Pulls back to the right, draws a double team. Pass on the right-hand sideline. Hughes had her stick hit. Give and go. Back to Hughes. Pass too high. Bouncing loose. Picks it up. Unsettled possession here for the Herons. Sidearm pass on a bounce. Gets away from Calder. Picked up by Stratton. Stratton charges to the goal. Cuts in front. Lefty carry. Has a defender. Fires and just missed wide. Jen Hughes came out to try to cut off the angle. She missed it, but it sailed high and wide to the right. Herons keep. 18:34 to play in the first. We're tied 1-1. In the Liberty League semifinal, this is like the first game. The first game was 3-2 Vassar at the half before RPI put the hammer down in the second half. Hughes running hard right to left in behind. She's been a big part of the offense. Pass bounces away toward the restraining line, scooped up and stolen by Union. Picked up by Emily McGrail. She's third in caused turnovers and ground balls in this team in addition to being their top scorer. Runs up the left-hand side, whips the bullet pass down the left-hand wing, and setting up now is Sierra Dudek. On the left-hand side, defended by Michaela 80. And now the Herons defense will settle in, and the Dutch will work it up to the top of the arc. Walking the ball to the middle is McGrail. They've got a double waiting to greet her if she tries to go to the goal with it. Right at 18. Dishes to a cutter in front. It's dropped by Hagopian, and she'll pick it back up running through. Doubles left and feeds the ball over on the left-hand side now for Comiskey. Back in front now, Emily McGrail, junior out of Westwood, Mass. 52 goals this year. Walks around the outside arc, just takes her time. Team's a little winded here. Pass on the right-hand goal line, Natalie Sullivan. She'll fake the pass, go in behind from right to left, sets up on the back line, delivers into the left-hand corner, and back out on the wing now, and they reset middle to Comiskey. Comiskey feeds right for McGrail. McGrail guarded by Kat Gorman along the arc right to Farland. Slow down time here for the Dutch. Referee ducks to let the pass go by. Natalie Sullivan in behind. Comes to the right-hand goalpost, lefty move, trying to get inside, curls back, dishes right for McFarland, or Farland rather. Jessica Farland pass was hit and battled for and unable to come up with it, the Herons. It was knocked away by Jackie Rogers, but she couldn't pick it up. Rogers trying to get it back and can't do it. The Dutch will reset the offense. Spin move now, McGrail middle, and cut off again. They've defended her well early. Pass out right to Farland, and she'll swing it right-hand side to Sullivan. Now down in the right-hand corner and back in behind the net. They'll start it all over again with Dudek. She'll go goal line left now to Haley Gould. Gould curls out in front on Stratton. Gould to the goal, bouncer scores. She beat Stratton and got the bouncer home. Gould makes it 2-1 Union. The co-captain gets on the board with an individual move with 16:28 left to play here in the first half. She was able to get inside Emmy Stratton and get to the goal. Haley Gould with her 18th goal of the season. And with 16:28 to go in the half, the Herons trail early by a score of 2-1. Draws are 2-1 in favor of Union so far. The Herons won the last one. It is Stratton and Gould who just scored. Shots are 7-6 in favor of Union. Referee backs away, low flip to the left, and this one grabbed out of the air by Calder. It's a 2-2 draw number, and Calder runs right down the middle. Defense settles in, stick checked away, but a foul's going to be called on Michaela DeSimone. So Calder will have it right at the outer arc, just to the right of center. She's got a chance. She's going to charge in and thought about taking it, and it's knocked away. Are they going to call this pass or shot? Connolly's picking it up, and it looks like the Herons will keep. No, they won't. They ruled that a pass, and I think correctly so. Connolly was trying to steal the call, but they did give it to the Dutch, and I think that was the right call. Jen Hughes, the first-year goalie. Hughes will work to the top of the crease, comes outside now. Can't go back in. Remember a game earlier this year where I think it was Sarah Honan for the Herons that got called for that, and it cost them a goal as she walked back into the crease. Taking her time now, Hughes coming down to 15.5 in the first half. Herons trail 2-1. Hughes just standing there. Nobody's covered. Union's going to sub a player in from over on the far side. Running out to the middle to try to be part of this clear is Laura Pacheco. And the long pass gets away at midfield. Picked up on a bounce by Natalie Sullivan. Ahead on the run. Quick pass in front. Open and score. Jackie Hagopian. The Herons didn't get back defensively. And Hagopian makes it 3-1 Union. A good clear and a good finish for Hagopian, the freshman, her 23rd goal of the year. We said this Union team leads the Liberty League in scoring. And the Herons defense is getting tested here this afternoon. After a turnover in the offensive end, a quick clear and a quick goal. And it's now 3-1 Dutch with 15-12 left to go here in the first half. Back at the draw circle where it's even at 2 apiece. Saves 3 for Honan so far, 2 for Jen Hughes for Union. Ground balls are 4-1 in favor of Union. The stand-up stance for Stratton and a deeper crouch is Gould for Union, and Gould flips right this time over the first wing group and picked up on a bounce by Hagopian, who just scored the goal. 3-2 Union on draws. She'll feed down the left-hand side, and going to work, it is the sub who just came into the game, Laura Pacheco. She'll go in behind the net. Ball dropped on the end line, but picked back up and not turned over. It was dropped, but re-picked up by Maggie Comiskey. Has it right-hand side. Comiskey slide step toward the right goalpost, goes to the lefty carry, and feeds back out front right to Hagopian. Her pass in the middle. It's Laura Pacheco. Pacheco sends the ball right for Gould, who has a goal. Gould back left now to Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan moving in front, leans on 2 defenders. No shooting angle, doubles back left-hand carry. Good defense right in front of the goal by the Herons. Here's the quick pass in front. Shot just missed the crossbar by Hagopian. That was just over by inches. 14:22 left in the half, and a 3-1 Herons lead. In behind the net now for Union, and trying to curl out front, their top scorer, McGrail. Kat Gorman leans on her. They've kept her mostly out of the offense so far. Waving it back and forth in the left-hand wing, Sullivan. Back out top of the arc to Haley Gould, the co-captain. On the right-hand side, Hagopian, and down and behind right to Maggie Comiskey. Comiskey will take it slowly from right to left. She'll wheel front, falls down on her butt, gets back up. She slipped on the turf, and under some pressure from Hughes was able to get right back up and keep the possession alive for Union. On the goal line left, trying to curl to the middle and get a shot off, and worked over hard is Pacheco. She's dumped down. A combination of Michaela Adey and Rachel Hughes, and here's another yellow card on the Herons. A yellow card on Allie Flaherty. They're second of the game with 13:32 left to play in the half. And it's also going to be free position just to the left of center for Laura Pacheco. She has not taken one this year. Sophomore has a pretty good angle. Nearest defender is Stratton, who might be able to close from the right. She's in the deep crouch. She looks like she's ready to crank this up. Just to the left, gets the whistle, goes overhand and scores. Free position goal, Laura Pacheco. And it's 4-1 Union. The Herons won by 5 at home last weekend. But the Dutch have the early advantage here. They have their second free position goal of the game. And we have timeout called. 13:29 left to play in the first half. The Herons trail 4-1. We're back in 1 minute. 105.7 WHWS. And thanks to the guys from RPI TV who have our sound on their telecast today. With 13:29 left to go in the first half, the Herons, who won 14-9 over the Dutch last weekend, are in an early hole 4-1. They really haven't possessed the ball all that much. They have turned it over a couple of times, and that's been a problem for the Herons all year long. They are the last place team in turnovers in the Liberty League. As we look at the team stats so far. It is 3 turnovers for Union. Well, 2 for William Smith, so they're actually +1 on turnovers, but one of those turnovers was costly, leading to a goal and a clear. Also, the Dutch have scored twice on free position shots. Now, here comes the relief player in the draw. We've seen this a lot this year. Actually, this time it's Geneva Calder. We've seen Abby Foote take a few in relief. This time it will be Calder to take the draw for the Herons, and it will still be Haley Gould for Union. 13:29 first half and an early 4-1 lead for the Dutch. Winner takes on the host team, the RPI Engineers, here tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If the Herons are here, Joe Lasky will have the call for you on 105.7 WHWS. Draws are 3-2 in favor of Union. Calder taking her first one, the sophomore from Toronto. Gets down into a little bit deeper crouch. Stratton's more of a stand-up type. And here is the high flip to the right. And it's grabbed right out of the air by McGrail for the Dutch. A terrific win. And they have a 4-2 edge. Pass back middle now to Natalie Sullivan. On the right-hand wing now, it's Allie Feldman. Feldman delivers right to Maggie Comiskey coming down the wing. We have the most blue sky we've had all day here. Hagopian, who's got a goal, runs in behind from right to left and dishes the ball into the left-hand corner. With it in behind the goal is Sierra Dudek. They work it back around the horn, out middle now to Sullivan. Sullivan goes to the top arc, feeds it right now on the wing for Maggie Comiskey. Cutting to the goal is Hagopian. Hagopian's got some pretty good individual moves. She can create a shot in very little space. Coming middle now is Comiskey. Doubles back to the right-hand carry, forced back outside. The Herons have defended pretty good individually. They've been victimized by a couple of good passes right inside. McGrail has an assist, her 13th of the season, to go with her 52 goals. Wind picks up. You can hear it in the crowd, Mike. Comiskey with it, going middle now, left-hand carry. Looked like she got whacked in the mask. She kind of adjusted her mask on the fly, but they didn't call anything. Backs it out behind 18 now, and looks to reset from the right-hand side. Good D here by the Herons. Another extended possession for Union. Trying to go middle. Comiskey beats the first defender, shoots, and just misses to the left-hand side. That time she was able to get inside and pull the trigger. 12:08 to play in the half, and the Herons trail 4-1. William Smith scoring 9.9 goals per game, 4th in the league. Foul out front on the restart. And it's going to be not a yellow card, but there is a foul on Rachel Hughes. And it's a free position angle to the left here for Union. They've scored twice already. Low shot and save, Honan. A terrific save on a low bouncer. She'll make the long clear up the right-hand side to Rachel Hughes. The Herons need a goal here. Up the right-hand side, chased by a 3-pack of Union players. Gets away and goes middle to Emmy Stratton. Stratton left-hand carry inside the restraining line. Stratton gets to 18 and will set up for the Herons. Down into the left-hand corner, it's Sipple. She'll work in the shade from the trees down on that left-hand side. That's the one part of the field in the shadow down at that far left end. Sipple comes out front, defended by Paige Smith, overplays her to the right. Goes back to the left-hand carry just beyond 18. Now shifts right, shifts left again, shifts back right, and defended right interface by Paige Smith. Back out middle now, Stratton for the Herons. Lefty carry, flips left to Sipple. Sipple, 23 goals, charges, nowhere to go, dishes left. Coming out front now is Kate Byrne. Byrne gets inside, goes to the middle, dunk shot, great save, Hughes, and picks up the rebound. Jen Hughes, another fantastic stop, and the Dutch will try to clear it. Up the middle, it is Smith, a very good clearer, and she'll fake the pass and hang on herself middle. Smith delivers up the field, jumping back after it is Hagopian. Hagopian has a path to the right-hand side. Defense settles in for the Herons. She was bodied out by Jackie Rogers. She'll set up now in behind the net. Hagopian with the ball. Herons really need a stop. They swing it around the left-hand side of the arc, and now middle to their 52-goal scorer, Emily McGrail. Delivers right-hand side to Gould, the co-captain. They go counterclockwise around the horn, right to Natalie Sullivan, down in the right-hand corner for Hagopian, and back out goal line left. With it on the left-hand side is Dudek. Dudek trying to get inside. Michaela 80 can't do it. Turns back right. Good job by 80 to keep her away. Pass is dropped on the left-hand side. Calder couldn't pick it up, though, and jumping in to beat her to it, Pacheco. Union winning the ground ball battle here in the early going. The dog likes that play. Pass on the right-hand side to Maggie Comiskey. She'll feed right now to Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan, spin move, left-hand carry. Doesn't have an angle. Draws a double team, runs away from it, and feeds back out top now to Comiskey. Comiskey coming down the middle, dropped the ball. It is raked at and foul called. And foul on Union. The Herons will get it. So they get the D stop, and Kat Gorman will start in front of her own net now with 9:23 to play in the half, and William Smith down 4-1. Pass middle to Rachel Hughes was a goal. She dropped it and gave it right up. Hughes turned it right over, and here come the Dutch on the reload. Sullivan coming down the middle. Lefty carry. Sullivan shoots. Her stick was hit, and that sails over the net. She didn't get much on that. She had some bodies and some sticks in the way, and it sailed up over the top of the net. On the restart, in behind is Dudek on the left-hand goalpost. She waves Hagopian over to the right-hand corner and gives her the ball. Defended by Jackie Rogers. Back in behind now. Now they're going to set up McGrail, their 52-goal scorer, in behind the net. She'll backpedal to the right-hand side, waves it back and forth. Kat Gorman comes over on her, dishes back left-hand side, and trying to work it in front is Gould, who has a goal already today. Back out on the left-hand wing. Left side now, Comiskey. Comiskey slide step toward the middle. Nowhere to go. Cranks it up with the right-hand carry. Looks to dish or shoot. She will try to work middle. Head fake. Spins middle. Gets inside. Goes to the goal. Shoots and scores. Another good individual move. Maggie Comiskey. And it's 5-1 Union. She just did that all on her own. A couple of fake backs and a spin to the middle. And Comiskey delivers with her 30th goal of the year. Second leading goal scorer for Union, and with 8:19 left to play in the half, the Herons are in some early trouble here, trailing 5-1 and struggling to hold the ball. They've had very few offensive opportunities here in these last several minutes. And here is Abby Foote, the first year from Baldwinsville in the draw circle. She's done some good work in relief this year. You hear a lot of Herons fans right down below us trying to get the Herons fired up here. It's a 4-2 Union face-off edge. Shots are now 13-7 in favor of the Dutch. The Herons need one here. They need a flurry of goals to get right back into this game. The first-year Foote in the draw circle. Gets into the crouch, a little deeper crouch by Haley Gould. You hear them yelling, Abby, Abby. Bounces loose in the wing, and the Herons get it. Bumped around is Kat Gorman, but backs her way out of traffic and delivers up the right-hand side for Foote. And here come the Herons on the attack. Pass in the middle to Byrne. Kate Byrne spin move, lost her defender. Byrne 2-on-1, left to Calder. Calder charges and scores! Calder set up by Byrne. Byrne made a great move to lose her defender and feeds Geneva Calder for the goal. That's one the Herons need to make it 5-2. It took just 17 seconds. It comes with 8:02 to go in the half. Geneva Calder with her 22nd goal of the season. Kate Byrne did the hard work out front. She spun right off her defender, and it set up a 2-on-1. You don't see that many 2-on-1s close to the goal like that in women's lacrosse, and she made a great feed. And Calder finished it. And it's 5-2, and it started with the draw win by Abby Foote. Now, this is interesting. Emmy Stratton is back in the draw circle. Bridie Doherty trying to, I think, just change up styles a little bit and try to keep Union off balance. Stratton, more of a stand-up style. She bends her left knee a little. The right leg is almost straight. In more of a traditional crouch is Haley Gould. 8:02 in the half, 5-2 Union. And here is almost a straight flip. It drops at the feet of the draw players. Trying to pick it up, Hughes for the Herons. Gorman's there as well, and it's picked up by the Dutch. Good ground ball pickup, and here they come right down the middle. It's McGrail. Fakes, goes to the goal, shoots and scores, but a flag came out, and they're going to count the goal. McGrail got inside and had a clear path to the goal, and you don't want to see a 52-goal scorer bearing down on you, and she's now a 53-goal scorer, and the lead is right back to 6-2. The Dutch take just 16 seconds to answer and go back up by 4 with 7:46 left to go in the half. That's the first time all day that McGrail's had a real clear look at the goal. She came down the middle off that draw pickup on the ground ball and really was untouched. She was able to just come right down the middle and pick her spot and beat Sarah Honan. 6-2 Union, 7:46 to go here in the first half at RPI. Emmy Stratton for William Smith, Haley Gould for Union. Heard somebody yell about ground balls, and that has been 4-1 in favor of the Dutch. There haven't been many ground balls to be picked up in this game, but the Dutch have picked up the ones that have been there. It takes the ref a while to place it, backs away, short flip to the right, It bounces off the wing. It's picked up by the Herons. Kat Gorman has it. It's a 5-4 Dutch advantage, and Gorman will run inside the restraining line and feed down the left-hand side to Katie Sipple. Sipple will work it towards the net, guarded by Paige Smith. Sipple swings in behind, fakes, and ball's knocked loose, stolen away. Paige Smith, she made a great steal. Now it's knocked out of the stick of the goalie. Bouncing near side, it's going to roll out of bounds, and William Smith will get it back. Well, let's see, which way is this going? Now there's a call by the official all the way over on the other side of the field. And it will be Heron's ball. Hannah Connolly will have it. Connolly will feed on the left, a low pass, scooped up off the turf by Sipple. Herons have to hang on to the ball, last in the league in turnovers. Kate Byrne with the ball. Out front left now to Alexandra Bird. Bird will run middle, trying to create. Left-hand side of the arc, draws a little bit of a double team. Works off it to the right, delivers on the right to Calder, and she'll swing it right-hand side for Emmy Stratton. Left-hand carry. Stratton fakes, goes to the middle, double-teamed, doubles back, feeds left now to Rachel Hughes, who has a goal today. Hughes will run around the arc to the right-hand side, look for some space, chased by Jessica Farland. Farland right on her hip all the way down to the goal line right. Comes out in front with a left-hand carry, nowhere to go. Delivers back to Calder, who has a goal. Shifts left, shifts right. Calder fouled, and we'll get a free position chance from the right-hand wing. Geneva Calder 5 out of 10 on free positions. The Dutch have scored twice in 3 attempts. The Herons getting their first attempt of the day. Geneva Calder has 1 goal today. Right-hand carry from an angle just to the right of center. Pretty good path to the goal here. Holds it out front, charges, gets inside, overhand bouncer, and another great save by Hughes. Jen Hughes has made some terrific stops. And backed up in behind by Union. They will get the ball. Jen Hughes pressured in the crease by Sipple. And now they said, I think Sipple went into the crease, so now they place her behind. She'll run right back out in front and try to pressure Jen Hughes. Dances to the back of the crease, still in it. Now runs out to the near side. Hughes, the freshman goalie, delivers up the middle. It's a one-hopper. It gets through a couple of Herons, chased, and it's going to be picked up. Turnover by the goalie there. Allie Flaherty grabs it. She tried to rush the clear and made a mistake. And coming up with it now is William Smith. Pass down the right-hand side. Going to work is Alex Bird. First year out of Marcellus. Quick pass in front. Shot, score! Rachel Hughes set up by Bird. Her second goal of the game. Bird spotted Hughes coming down the left unmarked, and she has her second of the day, 9th of the season, with 5:14 to play in the half. The Dutch have had a couple of defensive breakdowns in this game. That was another one. They had the 2-on-1 they gave up earlier, and that time nobody at all marked Rachel Hughes. And Alex Bird spotted her and delivered, and with 5:14 to go in the half, William Smith has cut the deficit now to 6-3. And now we get Emily Friend into the game, the first year out of Hamilton, Mass. A very, very young Herons team. There is one senior on this team, and that's defender Michaela 80. The entire rest of this roster returns next year. Face-offs are 5-4, draws 5-4 in favor of Union. A new player in the circle now for Union. It is going to be Kate Kirchina, sophomore from Rutland, Vermont, to take this draw. So new players both ways, and it's a short flip to the left, and they're going to call violation and give it over to Union. So they have a 6-4 edge and the ball now. Kate Kirchina starting right on the middle of the center circle. Gets the whistle. She is chased by Friend, who wants it back. Beats her. Comes down the wing. Kirchina charging, going all the way to the goal. Falls down and gets a flag. We have a collision. She got tangled up with her defender, Rachel Hughes, and it'll be free position for Kirchina. She has not taken one all season long, but the Dutch have cashed in on 2 out of 3. This one's just to the right of center. She has a great opportunity. There's not much in the way of defenders. There's some defenders on the goal line. Charges, overhand shot. It bounces up off the crossbar and is picked up by the Dutch. It hit the turf in front, bounced into the crossbar. Moving in front, a whiff, and no foul called. Picked back up by the Dutch by Sarah Ryder, some subs into the game. Whiffing as she cut down the right-hand wing was Michelle Guyette. The Dutch have brought a lot of fresh legs into the game here. They'll bring Farland back in, and they'll reset the offense. That first shot hit the turf a couple of yards in front of the cage, bounced up into the crossbar, and bounced out. Good break for the Herons. Sarah Ryder feeds in behind the goal. Now out on the left-hand wing for Farland. Farland works it around the horn left. McGrail, who's got 53 goals now, sets up Sullivan. Sullivan pass is going to bounce away. Flipped up. Good save by Sierra Dudek to keep that from bouncing over the end line. Guarded by 80. Dudek on the goal line left. Out on the left-hand wing now to Emily McGrail. 3:36, and we get whistle and timeout. 3:36 left to go in the half. It's Union 6 and William Smith 3. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Herons Lacrosse, 105.7 WHWS. Drive out here across the thruway today. There was blue sky behind me to the west, and I was hoping that would come this way, and it has. We've had a pretty gray day most of the day. It's mostly blue sky right now. But the Herons in a hole, trailing by a score of 6-3. Elsewhere in Hobart and William Smith sports today, Hobart Tennis took on St. Lawrence in Henrietta earlier this morning at 11 o'clock. Coming up tomorrow, the big matchup is Hobart and Bryant. Number 4 seed versus number 2 in the NEC Lacrosse Championships from Hawk Hill and Philadelphia. I'll have that game for you at 1 o'clock on 89.5 WEOS. The Herons, if they win, will be here tomorrow. And actually, now it says 3 o'clock. So is that right? 3 o'clock? Okay, 3 o'clock is the championship time tomorrow. So if the Herons win, it'll be a 3 o'clock start. Joe Lasky will have that game on 105.7 WHWS. Hobart tennis in action tomorrow. William Smith rowing at the state championships, and Hobart rowing also in Whitney Point tomorrow. So after the game, I will be hopping in the rental car and heading down 87 to Philadelphia for the game at St. Joe's tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Hobart with a 10-9 double overtime win over the St. Joe's Hawks. Coming out of the timeout, it's 6-3 Union. The Herons have never led in this game. They tied it at 1-1 on a goal by Rachel Hughes, the first of her 2 today, with 23.5 to go in the half. But then the Dutch scored the next 4 goals in a row to go up 5-1. The Herons have scored 2 of the last 3 goals now in the game to get back within 3. It's Union ball in the offensive end with 3:35 left to go here in the half. On the restart, I believe it's McGrail on the left-hand wing. It is. And she'll feed the ball down in the left-hand corner. Union coach Abigail Jackson has put a lot of subs in here late in the half to get some fresh legs. With the ball out top is Dudek. Swings the sidearm pass right to Farland. Farland charges down Broadway. Defense closes quickly. Back to Dudek. Couple of head fakes and whistle. And what? Foul called against William Smith. And free position just to the left of center for Dudek. She was 8 of 11 coming into today. Right-hand carry. Couple of defenders to her right. Charges in, goes sidearm, drills it wide to the right. She went down sidearm and whipped that hard right, just missed the goalpost, backed up by the Dutch. In behind, it's Michelle Guyette, one of the subs who's come into the game here late in this first half. On the back line, McGrail. She has her 53rd goal today, guarded by Kat Gorman. Comes out on the goal line left, tries to get inside her, can't. Gorman works her to the outside, delivering back on the left now, Farland. Farland guarded outside the 18 circle. In the middle to Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan starts to go to the goal, defended by Hughes. Pass in front, catch, shot, save! A great save off Pacheco. She swiped at the rebound and got it back. Honan made the save, and Pacheco reached and slapped the rebound away from her, and the Dutch keep it. So the Herons got to stop, but they're still on defense. In the middle, it's Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan comes down Broadway to the left, bumped around, doubled back out, and feeds it on the left-hand wing. trying to create one-on-one. Ball is slapped away by Allie Flaherty, stolen away by the Herons. Flaherty gets the takeaway, comes up the middle, shifts to the lefty carry to avoid traffic, and draws a foul. With 2:15 left to go in the half, Herons can get within 2. Boy, that was a great save by Honan, and then Laura Pacheco reached and slapped the rebound away, and the Dutch kept the ball. Coming up the left-hand side, now cutting to the middle, is Alex Bird, who just set up the goal inside the restraining line. Good wheels. Bird is going to be fouled. Doing it all herself, she'll have possession just outside the 18-meter arc. Clock stops now inside of 2 minutes, 1:58 left to go in the half. And this would be a big goal to get within 2. Alex Bird, first year out of Marcellus. Leans into the right-hand side and feeds quickly in front. Open is Katie Byrne and scores. Byrne from Bird, and it's 6-4. Second straight assist for Bird, and for Byrne, her first goal of the game, and number 15 of the year. The Herons have made some very alert passes in this game. That was another one where off the restart, Kate Byrne was open on the left. Bird spotted her, took about one step and fired the ball and put her in a great scoring position with 1:55 left to go in the half. The Herons have scored 3 of the last 4 goals now to cut the deficit from 4 to 2 at 6-4. It's Emily Friend in the draw circle for the Herons, and the Dutch will have Kate Kirchina, sophomore. Still plenty of time left in the half. The Herons would like to at least keep it at 6-4, if not get one more goal to get closer here. Again, they handled the Dutch 14-9 at home last Saturday, but that was the regular season. This is the one that counts. The high flip to the right, jump ball, knocked down his friend, and injured Herons player. Looked like Rachel Hughes might have twisted an ankle as she went to the turf. Clock stops with 1:50 to go in the half, and boy, Hughes is probably the best overall defender. Gets up. She's okay. She is going to head to the sideline. And she'll be replaced by Emmy Stratton. Hughes looks okay. Looks like she might have landed on her hip as she fell down. I think they'll check her. The training staff will check her on the bench. And actually, she committed the foul, so it's Union ball. So they get the face-off win. With 1:50 left in the half, the Herons have to go on D. They've had to play a lot of D against the number 1 scoring team in the league. Quick foul against Kirchina. She's given them a spark off the bench. She's got pretty good speed. And decent size as well. Delivers the ball over on the left-hand side. Dropped and scooped back up under some pressure by Dudek. Dudek checked hard. Back out on the left wing to McGrail. Inside the restraining line. They're working away from the clock. It's down in the far corner of the field. And with it is McGrail now with 1:30 left to play in the half. 6-4, Union on top. Winner plays RPI tomorrow, 3 o'clock for the league championship. And RPI is seeking a 3rd straight title. Maggie Comiskey on the right-hand wing. Dancing around trying to challenge her is Amy Blanchard in the game now on D for the Herons. Blanchard gives her a hard time, doubles back middle with a left-hand carry. Comiskey shifts right, shifts back left. Here's the quick pass in front, dunk shot, and score. Comiskey, a great pass right in front. And who else? Emily McGrail with her 54th of the year makes it 7-4. That was a terrific feed. 2nd of the game, 54th of the season for McGrail. And that is a potentially big goal with 1:07 left to go. It stops the Herons' run of 3 out of 4 and pushes the lead back to 3. 7-4 Union with 1:07 left to go in the half. The Dutch have never trailed in this game. It'll be Emmy Stratton to take this draw against Kate Kirchina. They are, I believe, still looking at Hughes on the bench. Yeah, she's still seated over there on the bench, Rachel Hughes for the Herons. Wind picks up. Again, the flag is sitting next to me in the press box, so we don't know which way the wind's blowing for sure here. But you can hear it howling around. Referee places them, backs away, and it's no flip. That's a do-over. That didn't even get to shoulder height. That one got locked up. A couple of seconds tick off the clock. 1:05 to play in the half. 7-4, Union on top. Winner advances to the championship game tomorrow and tries to stop RPI's attempt for a three-peat. Here's the second attempt, and this one a very shallow flip to the right. Good pickup, Kat Gorman on a bounce. She really had to reach out. Now she's triple teamed, runs down the left-hand sideline across the restraining line. That was a great pickup by Gorman. She had to reach way back behind her to pick that up. It's Sipple now in the left-hand corner in the shadow. Feeds it back out front, Geneva Calder. Calder works from left to right, middle of the field. Long pass over on the right-hand side. Charging is Allie Flaherty. Flaherty's cut off on the right wing. Back out top, Stratton. Inside a minute to play in the half, 36 seconds. Herons want to get one more goal here and get back within 2. Sipple goal line left, swings the ball in behind, curling out front, bumped around is Kate Byrne. Byrne leans, wants one, doubles back left, nowhere to go. Good D by the Dutch. Back out top for Gorman. Gorman jumps into the act, beats her player, gets inside, shoots, scores if it counts, and it does not. A foul with 19.8. That is one of those odd rules. If they ever make me king of women's lacrosse, imagine basketball where you make a basket, get fouled, and they take the basket away. Instead, Gorman has to earn it. Free position, left of center, 19.8. Charges, goes low, and save made by Jen Hughes. So the Herons come up empty. They're 0 for 2 on free positions. They scored the goal, and it was taken away on the foul. Long clearing pass thrown away. Jen Hughes under pressure chucked it away. And the Herons will get the ball back, but they have just 5.6 seconds. On the restart, here's the long feed right in front. Curling Sipple on the doorstep. One time Connolly, and a save by Hughes with 1 second left in the half. She did it again, this time off Hannah Connolly. A big first half for freshman goalie Jen Hughes out of the Lakes region of New Hampshire. She's from Wolfboro, New Hampshire, and she makes the stop at the end of the half. Our halftime score here at RPI, it's the Union College Dutch 7, the William Smith Herons 4. We'll take a 4-minute timeout and come back with our halftime next. 105.7 WHWS. 2 minutes on 105.7 WHWS.
That's okay. It's like my two sisters. I'm wearing them here somewhere.
Ted Baker back here at Lower Renwick Field, RPI. The Herons have some work to do. They trail by 3 as we head to the second half of this second Liberty League semifinal. The host team, RPI, the top seed, winning 11-7 over Vassar, a game they trailed 3-2 at the half, but they came out with some offense in the second half, won at 11-7. They'll go for their third straight title tomorrow against the winner of this game. The Herons have never led in this game. They were tied 1-1 about 6.5 minutes in before Union scored 4 straight goals to open up a 5-1 lead. The Herons have been playing chase ever since. Jumping around in the circle is Emmy Stratton. As we get set to go in this second half, Kate Kirchina, who came in and did a good job for the Dutch in the face-off circle or draw circle, is out there. Draws are 7-5 in favor of Union. 7-4, the Dutch lead it. 30 minutes away. The Herons have played very well through the league season, 8-1. Their only loss, a 2-goal loss to the host team here, RPI. But they're down 3 as we get set to go to the second half. 60 degrees, comfortable day, and mostly blue skies here. A bit of wind that you've heard from time to time. And here we go. Stratton, who started in the draw circle, back out there for William Smith. And it's the flip to the left-hand side, and leaping out of the air, losing control, McGrail, scrambled for, but it's picked up on the wing by McGrail. She had it, lost it, picked it back up again, and now foul. Draw controls 8-5 in favor of the Dutch, and they have the first possession of the second half. Their first possession of the game lasted for almost 4 full minutes before they scored on a free position shot. Coming down the right-hand wing on the run is Maggie Comiskey. And she'll take it down to the goal line and dish in behind, and we have an offside against the Herons. Allie Flaherty was inside the restraining line, realized it, tried to hustle out. Now they'll place her outside. And on the restart in behind the net will be Sierra Dudek. They'll also place 80 behind as the additional penalty. And Dudek will have the restart. 29-10 left to play in the ball game. 7-4, Union on top. They have never trailed in this game. She'll charge out in front, fake, tried to go to the goal. Defense got out in front of her and took it away. Farland out top now, swings the sidearm pass right to McGrail. Has 2 goals and an assist today, 54 goals on the season. They'll work it in behind, drop, but no pressure. Pick right back up in behind the cage by Dudek. Flips in the left-hand corner. Now for Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan in the left-hand wing. Tried to go to the goal, nothing there. High pass out top. Grabbed by McGrail. I'm sure they're going to get the ball in her stick anytime they can in the second half. Hagopian runs to the middle. She has a goal. Doubles back to the right-hand side. Feeds right to Maggie Comiskey at 18. Goes to the 12-meter arc. Defended by Rachel Hughes. So Hughes back okay. She Looked like might have fallen on a hip in that first half and limped off the field, got some treatment. Back out front left now for Dudek. Dudek around the arc, goes middle to Hagopian. Pass on the right-hand side, Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan waves it over back and forth between the arcs and feeds it down on the goal line right. So Union doing what they did to start the game, being very patient in their first possession. Dudek on the goal line right. They have a big stack up on the left-hand wing now for Union. They've got everybody stacked. They break out of it. They had all their other players, all but one, stacked on the left-hand wing. And as they tried to break out of it, they can't do anything with it. Good defense by Hughes down on the goal line for William Smith. Under 28 to go in the game. Pass out in front. Shot. Save. Honan. Highway robbery in front. I believe it was Sullivan who took the shot. And it's backed up in behind by the Dutch. A terrific save by Honan. 27.5 left to play. Here's the curl in front. Pass backdoor shot. Another great save. Honan off Natalie Sullivan. Two great saves by the first year. Herons get the stop, and now hustling it up is Bird on the near sideline. Alexandra Bird runs into a double team, goes back to the left-hand carry, cuts back right across midfield, bodied up inside the sideline, wants to dish. Back pass now, defensive zone to Hughes, and Hughes over the top left-hand side, and the Herons clear. With it is Amy Blanchard. Blanchard stumbles just inside the restraining line, feeds Calder, and now the Herons go to work, down by 3. Two great stops on point-blank shots by Sarah Honan. Right-hand side now, it is Allie Flaherty. In behind to Hannon. Meg Hannon's been a little quiet today. Hannon will feed to Sipple, curling right to left in behind. Sipple guarded by Paige Smith. Comes out front. Sipple to the left wing, leans. Inside of Smith, shoots, and another great save, Jen Hughes. Oh, the freshman goalies are standing on their heads here in this game. She'll pass it off on the near side to Smith. A good clear. Smith had it stolen away, but then hustling over to scoop it up, Allie Feldman. Feldman drops, raked at by William Smith, and then Feldman knocks down the Herons player, and the Herons will get possession. The Heron fan section down below us likes the call. And William Smith ball, 26-10 left to play. They trail 7-4. On the right-hand wing is Sipple. Sipple will charge in from the right, fakes, takes it in behind right to left, goes to the left-hand goalpost. Sipple pass out in front is going to be dropped and bounces into the crease, and Hughes, the goalie, will pick it up. Off-target pass, now trying to clear is Smith. She's been good on the clear all day. Up the right-hand side, Haley Gould. Gould on the run across midfield, charging down the right-hand wing. Gould inside the restraining line to the right-hand sideline, being chased by Bird, and the Dutch will set up. Herons came away empty. These freshman goalies have been outstanding today. Goal line left, it's Sullivan. She'll feed it out on the left-hand wing, reload to Comiskey back out top left, and around the horn middle now for their top scorer, McGrail. They did a good job on McGrail for much of the first half, but then she got loose at the end of the half and scored two important goals for Union. In behind, pass on the left-hand wing, behind the goal. It is Gould, the co-captain, right on the left-hand goal line. Had a cutter in front. Looked like Farland might have had half a step, but he couldn't get her the ball. Right-hand wing now, it's Sullivan. Sullivan guarded by Kat Gorman. Works right to left, stops in the right-hand goalpost. Trying to go one-on-one. Inside Gorman. Gets there, lefty shot, and save Honan at her feet. She scoops it up. Honan looks to clear now, and makes a bad clearing pass. Bouncing away, far side of the field. Chase on, Calder after it. Rolling sideline, it goes out of bounds, and they will give it to the Herons. Last touch by Union. They catch a break. I thought that might go the other way. 24:40 left in the game. Scoreless second half so far. And the Herons still trail 7-4. On the restart, it's William Smith. Coming down the left-hand side is Rachel Hughes. She's been huge today with 2 goals inside the restraining line and goes to work left-hand sideline under some pressure. Dishes down in the left-hand corner to Sipple. Sipple will flip it back out front left. Geneva Calder in the middle now to Stratton. Stratton left-hand carry off a screen, defended by Gould. Stratton feeds goal line left for Sipple. Sipple hangs on, comes back out on the left-hand wing, runs around the arc middle, doubles back left. Path to the goal, shot it high. It stuck in her stick just a little bit and floated high over the crossbar. Hannon the backup for William Smith. Under 24 to play, Union on top 7-4. Trying to turn around the regular season result of just a week ago. Actually, just under a week ago that the Herons won 14-9. Bumped around and fouled is Allie Flaherty. Flaherty fouled by Kim Seckler, senior from Massapequa in the game, I think for the first time today for the Dutch. On the left-hand side now is Flaherty. Just beyond the 18-meter arc, she'll charge towards the goal. Flaherty feeds right out in front, low shot, score! There's a goal from Meg Hannon. I'd said she'd been quiet today, and Hannon gets her 8th of the year at 7-5. Meg Hannon, goal number 8 of the season, and William Smith back within 2 with 23-27 left to play here in the ballgame. I think they will give an assist there. Well, they did not. It was an unassisted goal. With 23-27 left to play in the game, 7-5. The draws are 8-5 in favor of Union. It is Emmy Stratton and relief draw player Kate Kurchina. Gould did a nice job in the first half. Both coaches have switched up draw players a few times. Again, actually both these players have the more straight stand-up style. Neither one crouches very deeply. Referee trying to place them here. They're locking up now, tightening the crouch a little bit as Kurchina. Ref backs away. It's a hard flip to the left. Grab by Hughes for the Herons. A big win. And Hughes under pressure near midfield. Doubles back to the right. Is chased up the right-hand side by 3 Dutch defenders. Checked free. Good stick check by Jackie Hagopian and then foul. Hagopian checked it free, and it was picked up by Kurchina. And Union will take it back with just over 23 minutes left to play in the game. It's hard to make that good, clean stick check in the women's game. And that was a good one by Hagopian. Coming down the left-hand side on the run now, it is Maggie Comiskey inside the restraining line, chased by Hughes. She's good on D as always and has 2 goals for the Herons today. Coming down to the goal line left is Comiskey. Feeds it in behind for Hagopian, who just made that stick check takeaway. Natalie Sullivan on the right wing. Back out top, Farland. Farland will flip it middle for Emily McGrail. McGrail, the 54-goal scorer with her 2 today. The Dutch will take a little air out of the ball here and kill some time. Comiskey in behind goal line left. They'd love to have an extended possession here. The way they opened the game. They opened the game holding the ball almost 4 minutes. Comiskey cuts, fakes. Defense stays with her. Good job on defense by Rachel Hughes. Back out front left now to McGrail. McGrail, they'll work it around the horn, right-hand side, Sullivan. Natalie Sullivan down into the right-hand corner and behind the net now for Jackie Hagopian. Guarded by Alexandra Bird. Hagopian trying to get inside her. Lefty carry, spins. Pass right in front. In behind its target. Stolen by Kat Gorman for the Herons. Her pass gets away from Flaherty. Flaherty's going to scoop it up on the run and come to midfield. Delivers to Calder. They have numbers. Calder has Byrne out in front. Calder coming down the right-hand wing. Calder all the way to the goal. Fires. And another great save by Jen Hughes. Another terrific stop, and the lead pass up the middle to Comiskey, and here come the Dutch on the run. Emily McGrail across midfield. Oh, the freshman is huge in the goal today. Right-hand side, Hagopian, fast break chance, spins back right, and gets clobbered. Kat Gorman got her money's worth. Let's see if a card comes out. No, it won't. But Kat Gorman put a pretty good body check on Hagopian. She'll have the free position from the right of center. Dutch are 2 out of 3. She'll charge in, overhand shot, score. They have really cashed in on their free position chances. That's the 3rd of the game, and the Union lead is back at 3 on their 3rd free position chance out of 4 today. 21-26 left to play, and Hagopian with the free position goal, her 2nd of the game and 24th of the year. But if this game continues the way it is, they need to give a game ball and maybe a 6-pack of game balls to Jen Hughes. The freshman goalie's been terrific. She made a great stop, and then the Dutch just cleared excellently and came down the field in waves. It's Gould back, or actually, no, it isn't Gould. Gould started to go to the circle, but it's going to be Kurchina again against Emmy Stratton. Draws are 8-6 in favor of Union. Under 21 and a half to play, but the Union lead is back at 3, 8-5. They've never trailed in this game. Referee plays it. Emmy Stratton likes to hold her hands up very high. She has the hand on the end of her stick up above her head. It's an interesting stance. In a lower stance is Kurchina. And the flip is a line drive to the right, and Hughes raked at it for the Herons. Bouncing loose. She'll try to run back and grab it. Kicks at it. Far side. Scramble on, and the Dutch pick it up. They have their 9th win, and a good pickup by DeSimone. She is checked as she feeds ahead on the run to Kurchina, coming right down the middle. Long strides inside the restraining line, and she does her job and sets up the offense now for Union. Dudek goes to the left-hand side, and they'll set it up behind the net to Jackie Hagopian. 21 minutes to play, 8-5 Union, looking to play RPI tomorrow at 3 for the league title. Pass out on the right-hand wing to the dangerous McGrail. They really controlled her well for about the first 20 to 25 minutes of this game, but she lit up at the end of the half. On the right-hand side, trying to cut to the goal was Farland, and they couldn't get her the ball. On the right is Hagopian. Lefty carry, comes out on Gorman, leans in the middle, doubles back right, feels the pressure. Unloads to Sullivan. Sullivan trying to come down the middle, does. Lefty carry, Sullivan checked away. Good check to knock it away. I think it was Bird who knocked that away, and then fouled is Gorman as she carries up the field. And I'm told Jen Hughes is in the sports information office at Union when she's not playing goal. She was pressed into action. The starting goalie for the Dutch was hurt in preseason. What a find. Jen Hughes, freshman from Wolfboro, New Hampshire, on the shores of Lake Winnipesaukee. Delivers left-hand side to Sierra Dudek. Dudek goal line left, out front now to Comiskey. Comiskey will feed on the left now to McGrail, and again the Dutch will go into patience mode. You can't really say slow down, but they'll use some time here if they can. Farland on the right-hand side, beyond the arc, guarded by Bird, right to Hagopian. She'll walk it towards the goal line right, guarded by Amy Blanchard for the Herons. Feeds in behind now to McGrail. They've dropped her down low a couple of times today, and McGrail has the ball left-hand side for Gould. Gould will give back in behind to McGrail. Going one-on-one. Gorman knocked it away. Kat Gorman steals it. Trying to pick it up. Does. It's knocked back. Stolen back by McGrail. Great play. Charges to the goal. Shot and score. McGrail sets up Comiskey. She lost it, picked it back up, and sets up the goal. That's a world-class play by McGrail. And Union has their biggest lead of the game at 4. Kat Gorman took it away from McGrail, and she got mad and went over and took it back. And then fed in front to Maggie Comiskey. Comiskey's second of the game, 31st of the year. And the Herons are in their biggest hole of the day, actually equaling their biggest hole. They were down by 4 at 5-1 with 8:19 to go in the half. They're down by 4 again with 19:10 left to go in the game. Shots are 22-17 in favor of Union. This young Herons team trying to stay in it. Just one senior on this roster. Tons of first years out there. And it'll be Emmy Stratton and Kirchina again in the draw circle with 19:10 to play. Union's equaled their biggest lead of the afternoon at 4. Into that one-leg crouch is Stratton. And it's a short flip. Stratton grabbed it out of the air, lost it, bumped around. Good scramble on the wing. Dropped by the Herons. Picked back up. Dropped again. Still scrambled for in the circle. And who's going to get it? Raked at. And Kat Gorman can't pick it up. Kicks at it. Still scramble on. Flip loose. Hit by a Dutch player. Scrambled for by William Smith. And finally Stratton comes up with it. And we'll get Herons ball. They get the draw win. It's 9-7 Dutch. Up the middle now to Allie Flaherty. Flaherty comes inside the restraining line, charges to the top. Numbers not there as the defense settles in. She'll feed the ball left-hand side for Byrne. Byrne down in the left-hand corner to Katie Sipple. Sipple back out on the wing to Meg Hannon, who just scored a goal. Feeds Bird now. Bird had a couple of good assists. Bird will cut back left, has an angle, cuts in front, shoots, bouncer, save Hughes, and she can't get the rebound. Bird reached for the rebound. Hughes made the stop and then reached back and grabbed it. Another stop for the freshman. Long clearing pass. This one tips off the stick of Madison Karen. Loose at midfield. Scrambled for and they turn it over. The one thing Hughes hasn't done is made good clearing passes. She's turned it over a couple of times, but she's made up for it by some highway robbery saves. Middle to Geneva Calder now as the Herons get a break and get the takeaway. She'll run around the right-hand side of the arc, delivers the ball right-hand side, dropped by Flaherty, picks back up under pressure from Paige Smith. Flaherty trying to create one herself, lefty carry, circles in front, doubles back right, stumbles, checked, lost the ball, picks it back up, in a whole bunch of traffic, and finally has to dish out. Boy, she was in no woman's land there for a long time. You can't stand 5 feet in front of the net for very long without getting the ball checked away. In the middle, it is Emmy Stratton. Stratton bodied out as she goes left, cuts back right. Stratton circles and feeds right now on the wing to Alexandra Bird. The Dutch, the leading offensive team in the league, but they're playing some pretty good defense today. Out on the left-hand wing, trying to go middle. Flaherty does, draws a double team, pinballed around, feeds middle to Stratton. Important possession here for the Herons. Left-hand side, Katie Sipple. Sipple back for Stratton, drops, under pressure, scrambled for, and picked back up by Hannon. And she'll keep the possession alive for William Smith. Back out top, Geneva Calder, running middle, doubles back left, circles, and looks to dish. Does in the middle to Emmy Stratton. Stratton attacking the goal. The Dutch turning up the defensive heat here. They're just not allowing the Herons to get anything close to the front of the net. Coming to the left-hand side is Sipple. She'll run out along the wing. Fakes towards the goal. Nowhere to go. She'll set it up on the left-hand wing. Challenging on D is Madison Karen for Union. Tries to get around her. Karen stays with her hip for hip. And backs her away. Sipple, little swim move. Can't get inside. Doubles back left. Feeds the pass almost off target. Shot wide by Stratton. That was kind of a desperation shot. That wasn't a real good quality shot, but they're getting frustrated here on this possession. 16:09 to play, and Union on top 9-5. In behind the net going from right to left, it is Bird, or Kate Byrne, I should say, knocked out her stick, and that's going to be a foul. In behind the net, so possession on the goal line left for Kate Byrne, sophomore from Armonk, New York. She's got a chance to maybe cut in front here if she hurries. That's what she's going to try to do. Shoots and misses the net. Good play there by Jen Hughes. Hughes stepped out to her right to take the angle away and force her to shoot for the far side and miss. That was a smart play that won't show up in the scorebook for the freshman Hughes. Hannon left-hand side now, guarded by Paige Smith. Looks to deliver. Smith waves her stick back and forth. Herons player dumped down in front, no call. And back out on the left-hand wing now, Alexandra Bird. Bird defended by Kim Seckler. Start and stop move, drop the ball. Has to run back and grab it outside of 18 and reset. 15-15 to play. Herons down by 4 and struggling here offensively. Bird cuts to the goal, double teamed. Union closed the gap quickly, spins around again, gets inside, shot, another save. Hughes, and she picked up the rebound. Does it again, and here comes Union on the clear. It's Haley Gould hustling up the near side of the field, righty carry, or lefty carry, I should say. Check free by Flaherty, picks it back up from behind, and Union keeps the ball. Under 15 to play. Boy, the Herons just threw everything but the kitchen sink that time, and Jen Hughes made another stop. Down in behind the net now. Sometimes you can take all the pregame analysis and everything else and just throw it away, and when you have a hot goalie, that can be enough. Clock stops for a timeout. 14:34 left to play. 9-5 Union. We're back in 1 minute. 105.7 WHWS. Ted Baker back here at RPI. Freshman goalie Jen Hughes from Wolfboro, New Hampshire, in her first year of organized lacrosse. She had never played. She golfs for Union. She was working in the sports information office, and in the preseason, the starting goalie the Dutch were going to have got hurt, and she announced she would try out and play goal. And I was told by Eric McDowell, the sports information director at Union, that both of the coaches for Union are former goalies, so they know a little bit about developing goalies, and I guess the heck they do, because Jen Hughes has been spectacular here today. She now has 8 saves in the game. Sarah Honen's made 9. She's been good. But the difference maker in this game has been Hughes. The Herons, if they were getting ordinary goalkeeping, this might be a 9-9 game here, because her saves have been just really of the spectacular variety. And I think it starts to change your offensive approach after a while. You get frustrated. The Herons took a shot a little earlier that I thought was kind of a rushed shot. And I think that's what happens when you're facing a goalie that stops everything. You just start to doubt yourself a little bit. And off the timeout, it'll be Union ball, 14:34 to play. 6 days ago, the Herons won at the Boz 14-9. And they trail here 9-5 with 14:34 to play. Union leads the Liberty League in scoring at 12.5 a game. They're just 8th defensively at 10.7, but the Herons have really struggled to get the ball past Jen Hughes. 5'2 freshman out of Wolfboro, New Hampshire. 10.91 goals against. She gives up almost 11 a game, but not today, at least so far. Union will have the ball on the restart with 14:34 left to play in the game. In behind the net, it is going to be Michelle Guyette. She was one of those subs who came in late in the first half. Left-hand side to Komisky. She's been right in the middle of everything offensively today. Back out on the left-hand wing, it's the co-captain Haley Gould. Left for Sierra Dudek. In behind the net now, and jogging slowly right is Komisky. Picked up defensively by Blanchard. Tried to take her inside, couldn't do it. And feeds back out on the right-hand wing. Union's pretty smart offensively. When they get a lead like this, they will try to take a lot of time off the clock and make it an extended possession. Farland cuts to the goal, drops the ball, scrambled for, raked at. Kat Gorman had it. Gorman pins it to the turf, picked it up, and is knocked down. It's going to be foul and Herons ball. So they're going to get it back now with 13:52 left to play in this game, trailing 9-5. They're really already getting to the point where they have to make pretty much every opportunity count offensively. Kat Gorman in front of her own goal on the restart. Hustles up the middle, holds the ball out front, and her stick was hit, and it's knocked away. Flipped to the sideline, and raked inbounds by Union on a great play. What a great play to rake that in by Hagopian. She never gave up on that ball. Hagopian raked it in play when it looked like it was going to go out, and the Dutch get the takeaway. Left-hand side, Sierra Dudek. I thought sure that was going out of bounds, and Hagopian hustled over, managed to avoid stepping on the line, and was able to just rake it back inbounds to a teammate. And the Dutch will work more time off the clock. 13:12 to play. They lead it 9-5. Left-hand side, it's Gould. The Herons trying to step up the defensive pressure a little bit. Cutting out front now is Dudek. Dudek looked to deliver out front, now does for Guyette. Guyette down Broadway, shot and a save. Honan, her 10th save of the game. Honan got down low to make that stop, and now they'll try to clear again. Flaherty. They had it checked away last time. Pass in the middle to Rachel Hughes. She was robbed earlier by Jen Hughes. She has 2 goals. Rachel Hughes for the Herons inside the restraining line. Delivers down the right-hand side to Hannon. And she'll run right to left in behind the net. Defended step for step by DeSimone. Swings the ball around on the left-hand wing. And back out front to Geneva Calder. Calder with the ball on top. Delivers right to Rachel Hughes. Hughes cutting to the middle. Hughes, spin move, doubles back right, cuts back left. Hughes trying to create one, going right to left out in front, no path, and delivers back middle to Emmy Stratton. Stratton at 18, goes to 12, doubles back, Stratton, pass on the goal line left, Meg Hannon, handed to a cutter in front, shot, and wide to the net, Stratton. She'll chase, and it's backed up by the Herons. Stratton didn't get a whole lot on that shot, and it just missed the near left goalpost. Back on the right-hand side is Sipple in behind the net for the Herons, defended by Paige Smith. Goes left for Hannon. Hannon comes out front. Now out on the wing left-hand side to Alexandra Bird. Bird running middle. Cuts, fakes, doubles back. Good individual D by Union here. Pass in the middle now. Trying to charge down Broadway is Kate Byrne. Byrne cutting from left to right out front. Delivers to Stratton. Stratton comes inside now. Defense closes. Pass in front. Stratton score. Sets up Meg Hannon. Hannon from Stratton makes it 9-6. Second of the game for Hannon. And a terrific feed in front by Emmy Stratton. Good recognition. And they're back within 3 with still plenty of time left. 11 and a half minutes to play in the game. Second of the game, 9th of the year for Meg Hannon. So the Herons have gotten 4 goals from somewhat unlikely sources. Hannon came in with 7. Hughes came in with 7, and each has 2 apiece. 11 and a half left, 9-6 Union. Draws are 9-7 in favor of Union. And it's Emmy Stratton against Kate Kirchina. Referee will place them. Again, Stratton holds her hands as high as anyone I think I've seen on a draw. Her backhand is higher than her head, and this one is, I think, going to be a do-over. It didn't get high enough, so the refs will redo. Clock stops with 11:28 left to play. Tomorrow from Philadelphia, 1 o'clock, Hobart and Bryant College on 89.5 WEOS. NEC championship game tomorrow at 1. So they will try it again here on the draw. Ref backs away, blows the whistle. Short flip to the right, scrambled for, and Union comes up with this one cleanly. They have a 10-7 edge, picked up off the turf by McGrail. I think she'll be heard from again before this game's over. Pass on the left-hand side, Dudek in the shadows, chased as she comes out front. Dudek fires back out in the sunshine right to Natalie Sullivan. That far end of the field down to the left, still in some shadows. Ball is hit, but picked back up by Farland. Pass on the right-hand side, now down into the corner on the right, and walking it in behind the net is Maggie Comiskey. They'll work it around the horn, left to McGrail, who has 2 goals and an assist. McGrail will wave it over. She can create one from anywhere, back out on the left-hand wing. She'll deliver it back out middle now to Farland, and across on the right to Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan goes down in the right-hand corner. Cutting to the goal is Comiskey, draws a double team. Gets it free to Sullivan. Sullivan's spin move. On her is Geneva Calder. Bouncing pass out front, but Dudek scoops it up on a hop. Or make it Comiskey. Comiskey to the goal. Shoots and scores. What a good individual move. She does a little bunny hop after she scores. And she's got the hat trick. And that's a huge goal to make it 10-6 Union. Third of the game, 32nd of the season with 10:31 left to go. And the Dutch get the answering goal inside of a minute and push their lead back to 10-6. That was just a nice move by Comiskey to get inside a couple of defenders, shifted direction a couple of times, and found the back of the net. Shots are now 26-22 Union. Ground balls 9-5 Union. Haven't been a lot of ground balls in this game. The ball's been fairly cleanly possessed for much of the game. Draws are getting very huge now, down by 4. It'll be Emmy Stratton and Kate Kirchina. Union a 10-7 draw edge in this game. Could be 10.5 left in the season for the Herons if they don't light a fire and get on a run here pretty soon. The flip is a hard line drive to the left. Gorman had it, flipped up in the air, and Union comes up. Well, they had it, lost it. Hughes has it, picks it up for the Herons, and the Herons get an important win and then a foul. And Hughes will keep possession now with 10:17 left to play in the game, and the Herons trailing 10-6. In the Liberty League semifinals. Up the middle now to Emmy Stratton. Stratton on the run left-hand side. Chased hard by Kirchina. Stratton double-teamed on that far sideline. Gets away from the pressure and feeds Rachel Hughes, who's had a big game today with 2 goals inside the restraining line. Hughes will spin to the middle. Right-hand carry. Leans back left to the goal. Hughes. Stick hit just as she shot it. It goes loose. Picked up by the Herons. Picked up by Sipple on the goal line. The goalie Hughes tried to pick it up for Union. Pass middle Calder. Fakes right. Calder open shot. Score! Geneva Calder gets one back to make it 10-7. That is her second of the game, 23rd of the year. Boy, Jen Hughes almost picked up that ball. The Herons player's stick was hit. The ball trickled towards the cage. Hughes tried to pick it up, but Sipple grabbed it up, went in behind the net. And the Herons get a big goal to get back within 3 with 9:44 left to play. Now here comes Emily Friend into the draw circle. First year out of Hamilton, Mass for William Smith. Draw controls are 10-8 in favor of Union. 2 areas where the Herons have struggled this year in the draw circle and preventing turnovers, although they really have not done so badly. They're +5 on turnovers, 6-11 for Union. But again, Jen Hughes has just made some game-changing stops for Union in goal. Also holding her hands up a pretty high, Friend. And here's a high flip to the left-hand side, grabbed out of the air by the Herons, an important win. They're all important here, and fouled quickly is Flaherty as she comes across midfield. So here come the Herons, down by 3, 9:32 to play. As I recall, that game last year, stick is hit, it gets away. As I recall, last year they were behind by quite a bit and fought back against St. Lawrence. and just ran out of time. The same kind of a deal. They were behind late and made a charge. Pass in front, knocked away, and foul belatedly. Just as Union was trying to break out DeSimone, there was a foul called, and the Herons will keep it. And this is going to actually be a free position chance for Hannah Connolly. Between the arcs to the left, she might have a chance here. Connolly 6 of 10 on the season. The Herons 0 for 2 today. Goes hard and just missed left. Took a half step and zinged it. Boy, is she upset with herself. And she gets a yellow card for the shot. Wow, a yellow card on a free position shot. I don't know if I've seen that ever, not this year. Third yellow card against the Herons. And that is, I think that's the second. Yeah, that's the second on Connolly. Officials are conferring with 8:48 left to play in the game. Connolly took one step and fired that free position shot. And referee coming over to the table now. Connolly just looked and said something to the ref and nodded her head. 10-7, Union on top with 8:48 left to play in the game. And it will be possession for Union in the defensive end. The Herons have been called for 3 yellow cards in this game. Looked like they were looking up at the clock. It stopped at, well, they put it back to 8:53 now. Fans are turning on the officials here, the Herons fans anyway. So they put 5 seconds back on the clock, 8:53 left to play, and here comes Union now on the clear attempt, and it's Kim Seckler up the right-hand side, checked hard by Bird and fouled by Bird right around midfield. It was kind of an odd call. Hannah Connolly took one step. There was nobody really in the pass. She took one step and fired a hard shot low, missed the goalpost, and they called her for the yellow card for the dangerous shot. Pass on the right-hand wing now for Hagopian. They'll work it left, and Union's going to want to start possessing the ball a bit here. They only want a shot if it's a real good one. Dropped on the right-hand side, picked back up by Comiskey. Middle for Farland. Out top now to their leading scorer, McGrail. McGrail bodied up hard. Gets inside of Hughes. McGrail feeds right-hand side. Ball bouncing loose. It deflects right back out to Union. It deflected. Now it's dropped by Natalie Sullivan. She'll pick it back up. That ball deflected off a body and went right out front to the Union player. In the middle now to Farland, playing a little bit of keep away. The Herons are going to have to turn up the heat. That clock will get down to 0 before you know it. Running middle is Farland. On the left, again dropping Sullivan. Scoops it up under pressure from Allie Flaherty. Flaherty knocks it away, and it goes off of Flaherty, and they give it to her. Wow, I thought that was off of Flaherty, but they said it was last touched by Sullivan. And the Herons get possession with 7.5 to play, down by 3 goals. Well, last year against St. Lawrence, they made a valiant comeback late and fell 1 goal short. Left-hand side, Stratton, across midfield. William Smith on the run. Up the left-hand side, Meg Hannon's got 2 goals today. She'll feed down in the left-hand corner to Sipple. Gives it back out on the wing now for Emmy Stratton. Stratton charges the goal. Goes middle, right-hand carry. Nowhere to go. Back out top, Calder. Calder high pass on the left for Sipple. Sipple attacking the goal from the left. Feels the defensive pressure. Gets inside. Goes to the goal. Shoots and scores! Off the goalie and in. Katie Sipple cuts it to 10-8 with 7:01 left. That just got in off of Hughes. She had it about 3/4 stopped and it trickled in. Sipple with her 24th goal of the season. And it's a 2-goal game with 7:01 to play. The Herons have twice come from 4 down in this game. They came from 5-1 down to get within 2 at 6-4. And they've now come from down 10-6 to 10-8 with 7:01 left to play in the game. It'll be Emmy Stratton and Kate Kirchina in the draw circle. Draws are 10-9 in favor of Union. The Herons have been behind in that number all day. They can even it with a win here and get within 1 goal if they can get the possession. Bridie Doherty, she always carries a stick around in her hand. She's swinging that stick back and forth over on the Heron sideline. And here we go. A 2-goal game, 7:01 left to play. A berth in the championship game with RPI tomorrow at 3 on the line. Wing players crouch. This is taking a long time for the refs to get this one placed. And here's the back away and the short flip. It tips off the stick of Stratton, scrambled for. Stratton tried to pick it up, loose, bouncing around, whistle. And they're going to give it to Union. And the Herons fans have a fit. There's a bunch of them right down below us. And it's Union ball. It'll be Emily McGrail in the defensive end. Flips across midfield now to Sierra Dudek. Dudek has a path coming down the left-hand side. Defense closes. Trying to get inside Michaela Adey. Can't force to the outside. Got some help from Flaherty. Flaherty checks her, knocks it away, and picks it up. And the foul. Well, Flaherty had it, but then getting dumped down on the left-hand side was Dudek, and a belated foul call, and the ball will go back over to Union. Oh, yeah, they did give it to Union. And in behind the net now, it is Klomiski going right, curls in front, shot, save, Honan! Highway robbery in front, curling right out in front. It was actually Dudek who took the shot, and Honan made a huge save to keep her team in it. Coming up the left-hand side now, under pressure as Bird has to double back far sideline and is bailed out by a foul right in front of the Union bench. 5:49 to play, 10-8. Herons trail. They've never led in this game. Pass over the middle to Blanchard. Blanchard on the right now to Emmy Stratton. Stratton across the restraining line. Sidearm pass for Hughes looking for the hat trick. Hughes coming right down the middle to the goal. Shoots. It's a save. Rebound picked up in front by Kate Byrne. Byrne had it knocked away. Hannon had it, lost it. Union picks it up on the end line, scrambled for, and the Dutch come away with it in a foul. Well, Jen Hughes just got enough of that to keep it out of the goal. The rebound was picked up quickly by Kate Byrne, but then the Herons lost it. And it'll be Union ball. Pass over the middle, leaping to grab it under pressure, Natalie Sullivan. Sullivan lefty pass up the middle of the field, dropped by DeSimone, and stolen back by Emmy Stratton. Herons get it back. Left-hand side for Bird inside the restraining line. Defended by Seckler for Union. Bird comes to the 18-meter arc, circles back outside, going middle. Bird trying to create, nothing there. Quick pass on the right now to Rachel Hughes, who scored twice today. Hughes on the right-hand wing. Herons down 2, 4:47 left to play. Liberty League semifinals. Pass left-hand corner to Hannon. She'll work it out around the left-hand wing. Back outside Calder, good goal scorer. Calder going middle, she's bumped. Nothing called, stolen away by DeSimone. Bumped and they let it go, and DeSimone gets the takeaway and feeds right to Kim Seckler. Seckler across midfield, her stick is hit, pass bouncing loose, it's chased by Flaherty. Flaherty picks back up, lost it. Flaherty bumped, no call. It's picked up loose, Flaherty has it, and foul over to the Herons with 4:16 left to go. So the Herons have it again, down by 2. With 4:10 left to go, can they get something past freshman goalie Jen Hughes, walk on from the golf team? Coming up across middle, and there's an air horn and a timeout. With 4:01 left to go in the ball game, it's Union 10, William Smith 8. We're back in 1 minute. 105.7 WHWS. Ted Baker back here at RPI. Bill Morrison in studio. 4:01 left to play in the game. And shades of last year where the Herons fought back in the second half. The time just ran out. They were dominating that game late. They got to within 12-11 against St. Lawrence, ran out of time, and they're fighting the same kind of battle here. The Herons have never led in this game. They were down 5-1 in the first half. They got it to within 7-5 early in the second half. Then the Dutch ran out to another 4-goal lead at 10-6. The Herons have scored twice in a row to get it back within 2. But time is running out here, and there's just 4:01 left to play in the game. The Herons have the ball. Jen Hughes, the freshman walk-on from the golf team goalie, has made 9 saves in this game, 11 saves for Sarah Honan. The goalies have been big today. Herons have the ball now, and it's Alexandra Bird, left-hand side, bodied up by Gould. High pass over on the right-hand side now for Rachel Hughes. Hughes has been big on D as always and has stepped up in the offense today. It's Bird in behind for Hannon. On the left-hand goalpost, pass over the top. Sipple tried to one-time it. Score! It tipped off her stick into the goal! She didn't even shoot that. It hit the top of her stick and bounced into the goal, and it's 10-9. She tried to one-time it. She missed, and it tipped off the head of the stick anyway and in. Second of the game, 25th of the year, with 3:43 to play. I'm pretty sure that was not an intentional shot. Showing the replay behind us on TV, I don't think she intended that to be a shot. I think that tipped off the head of her stick. It did. It tipped off the head of the stick. She tried to one-time it, and it tipped, and it fooled Hughes on the changeup. And here we go to the draw circle. 3:43 to play, 1-goal game. Herons within 1 for the first time since 2-1 back in the first half. And it's a new player in the draw circle for the Herons. Kirchina against Emily Friend, bouncing on the wing. It is overrun. Union player falls down, raked at, and Union comes up with it. It's knocked free. That's a foul. So Union gets the draw control. They have a 12-9 edge. They'll have the ball. Clock runs. Valuable time ticking away. It doesn't stop till you get inside 2 minutes. So time ticks away here. The Herons need to get themselves set. And Emily McGrail with the ball. See how they play it here. Up by 1. Do they play full-blown keep away or try to attack the goal a little bit? Time ticking away. Here is the pass in the middle. Herons turn up the defensive heat. Comiskey running right down the middle inside the restraining line. And let's see how Union plays it now. Coming down to 3 minutes to play, leading by a goal. Comiskey started to attack the goal. 80 forced her back to the outside for the Herons. And left now to Sierra Dudick. On the left-hand wing, Emily McGrail. 2 goals today, 54 in the season. Middle to Sullivan. On the right-hand side now, Jessica Farland. Farland will deliver down the right-hand corner. And trying to charge around her defender, and foul's going to be called. Hagopian started to go to the goal, and she's going to have a free position chance, and a huge one. Clock continues to run. Angle is to the right of center. Herons have a defender. Now they're going to move out Hughes. She's to the right of center, and now the clock stops at 2:27. They're going to position a couple of defenders away. Pretty good chance here for Jackie Hagopian. To the right of center. Will she take it? No, she'll pass out. I think that's a smart move, because if you take it and you don't get it, you might give the ball up. They'd rather have possession with a 1-goal lead. Now foul, and actually timeout. Timeout called Union. 2:18 to play. Union 10. William Smith 9. Back in 1 minute. 105.7 WHWS. Katie Sipple, the second of which was an accident. She tried to quick stick a pass, and when she quick sticked it, she missed it, and it tipped off the head of her stick, and it fooled Jen Hughes on a changeup. And she's got back-to-back goals, 24th and 25th of the year, and with 3:43 to play, with 2:18 to play. The goal came with 3:43. With 2:18 to play, it's 10-9 in favor of Union. So the number one scoring team in the league at 12.5 has been held to 10. We've really raved about Jen Hughes. Sarah Honen's been good today. Honan actually has the advantage in saves, 11-9. It's just the quality. Hughes, of those 9 saves, probably 7 have just been real standout robbery kind of saves. With the ball, Natalie Sullivan for Union inside the restraining line. 2:18 to go, awaiting the whistle here. And we get the whistle and the restart, and valuable time ticks away. Sullivan goes in behind the net. I think they're going to play keep-away mode here, chased by Geneva Calder. Herons play woman-to-woman defense here, trying to cut everybody off. I don't think they're going to go to the goal unless it's a slam dunk. Working in behind now on the defense is Amy Blanchard. Here's the cut to the front shot. Save! Honan made a huge one with 1:58 left. And it's picked back up by Union. Honan kept her team in it. Farland charging middle, cuts to the goal, left-hand side, doesn't take the shot. Left-hand goalpost pass in behind the goal now. And with it is Maggie Comiskey. Comiskey in front, shot and score. That's huge with 1:38 to play. They did get the shot they wanted, and Comiskey has the goal. That is her 3rd of the game, 4th of the game, and 33rd of the year, and that could be the season with 1:38 left to go. Wow, another great save by Sarah Honan. She heard me talking about Jen Hughes and said, look what I can do. Kept her team in it, but Union got the break to the goal they were looking for. Maggie Comiskey is terrific at creating her own shot. I think all 4 of her goals today have been those similar kinds of moves where she's beat defenders one-on-one. So the key here is they have to get this draw, and they've got to get down the field pretty quickly. They can't take 45 seconds to get this goal. This is one where you need a quick win and maybe a lucky bounce and a fast break. It's Emmy Stratton back in the draw circle against Kate Kirchina. Draws are 12-9 in favor of Union in this game. And this is a must-have draw win for the Herons if they want to get back in it. It's a short flip and a do-over. Stops the clock and didn't even start. 1 second, 1:37. And 11-9 Dutch. The Herons won 14-9. That's the difference. A regular season game is one thing. And it's the same thing. That's what Hobart found out. They lost to St. Joe's by 7, beat them in overtime in the playoffs. Battled for in the wing, scrambled loose. Herons had it, and it's picked up by Flaherty, so they get the win. But they've got to hurry. Ball is dropped and knocked away. Flipped to the near sideline. Scoop back up. Herons try to pick it up, and it's picked up by Geneva Calder. Calder coming down the middle. Has to attack. Calder gets inside defenders. Goes left. Circles back out. Didn't like the angle. Shovels the pass now to Stratton. Stratton coming to 12. Backs away right. Feeds Hannon. Time ticking away. 1:09 to play. Herons down by 2. Sipple curls out in front. Defender on her. Defended by Paige Smith. Sipple dropped the ball. Picked it back up. 1:02. 1:01. Final minute. Liberty League semifinal. 11-9 Union. Emmy Stratton middle will circle back out. A lot of time ticking away here. Union knows what they have to do, and that's just clog up the middle and try to let time run out. Left-hand side, Sipple. Someone's going to have to create. Sipple, spin move middle, righty shot, saved by Jen Hughes. And there's your ball game, probably with 41 seconds left. And how appropriate, the freshman Jen Hughes makes another stop. Coming down the right-hand side on the run is Comiskey. Herons will give chase, but they've got a lot of room here. They've got the field pretty well spread. 27 seconds left. On the right is Farland. Farland stripped away. It popped right back into her stick. Farland feeds middle. Down Broadway. Bouncer hit the post. Hitting the post was McGrail, and it's picked back up with 14 seconds left. And the Herons are not going to have time. Up the field on the left, it's Meg Hannon. Hannon long pass ahead to Sipple. 7 seconds, 6. Sipple attacks. Spin move middle. Sipple fires. Save again, Hughes. And she picks up the rebound as the clock goes to zeros. And the Union players are going to congratulate Jen Hughes. And her feet may not touch the ground between here and the trip home. Jen Hughes, the freshman goalie, comes up huge today. And the Herons' season has ended here at RPI this afternoon. Our final score, the Union College Flying Dutch women 11, the William Smith Herons 9. We're back to wrap it up in 2 minutes. 105.7 WHWS.